Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be answering some of the questions that you sent me through the community post and Google form. Let's go ahead and get started with the first question. What's something that's on your bucket list? Ooh, that's a good question. So I have a long bucket list, but I'll share a few with you guys now. So the first one is that I would like to visit all 7 continents. So I live in North America. I went to Europe last year, so I have 5 more to go. Fun fact, do you guys see that right there? I'm gonna zoom in a bit. That is a scratch off map of the world, right there. So anytime I travel out the country, I'll scratch off where I went and the country's flag, and it's so satisfying. But yes, I have 5 more to go. I'll probably go to a new continent maybe next year. I'll definitely go to a couple new countries this year, but a separate continent that I have never been to, that's probably gonna be next year. But good question. Okay, go to a concert is on my bucket list. I have never been to a concert. The way that I support my favorite artists is just by listening to their music. I've seen videos of concerts and I can't imagine just standing there. And I don't know how long concerts go for. I don't know if it's just an hour long or 3 hours. I have no idea. But I could imagine being like shoulder to shoulder with other people. Like I can smell someone's armpit, they can smell mine, like I need my space. So if I were to go to a concert, I would want to sit down. I would need to have a reserved seat, okay? There needs to be some space between the other seats, okay? Like, I can't imagine just standing there and it's hot and it's sweaty and people are screaming and I can smell people's breath. I'm like, I don't know. But hey, that's just the videos that I've seen. Maybe there are concerts where people sit down. I'd love to go to a concert one day. So another item on my bucket list is to make kimchi from scratch. Kimchi is Korean food and it's basically fermented Napa cabbage. And I know a couple of people that don't like it, but I really like it. And I made Korean food for the first time by myself last year. I made kimbap and it was so good. So I would love to be able to make kimchi from scratch because I really, really do enjoy it. Learn how to swim. At this point, I should know how to swim, but I don't. I had to take a swimming class in high school. It was required. I took it and I passed the class. I still don't know how to swim. One year I went to my aunt's house for the summer and I took swimming classes. I think I was done after the 3rd lesson. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just didn't want to get my hair wet. I don't know what happened, but I don't know how to swim. And it's very important for me to know how to swim. Like this is an essential skill and I'm 24 and I still don't know how to swim. So I will learn. Maybe this summer I can take swimming classes, but I need to learn how to swim. I haven't been to a wedding in such a long time. I don't know when the last time I went to a wedding. I think it was maybe when I was like 10 or 11. I haven't been in years and I don't know anyone that's engaged. And I feel like people around my age are in struggle relationships. They're in toxic relationships that they don't even think about engagement. They're just trying to survive in their relationship. So who knows? I don't know when I'm going to go to my next wedding, but I would love to be a bridesmaid. Okay, visit Yiting in Taiwan. So quick story. I met someone in college. Her name is Yiting and she's from Taiwan and she was an international student at the school that I went to. Well, we became friends and she went back to Taiwan and I was like, one day I am going to visit you. And they lifted the restrictions for Taiwan, so I can pretty much go probably next year. I just need to get in contact with her. Okay, what's the best piece of advice that you've received? I've received a couple, but this one was kind of life-changing. I remember attending a leadership conference, and this was freshman year or sophomore year of high school. And I remember we had this workshop where we had to write down a list of accomplishments. And basically it was a time for us to brag about ourselves to everyone. And it made some people feel uncomfortable. And I remember someone saying, if you can't share your accomplishments with a friend, then they are not your friend. And I was like, wow. Like, that's really deep. I feel like when I was in middle school and high school, I used the word friend a lot, very loosely. Oh, she's my friend. Oh, you know, hey, this is my friend so-and-so. Oh, yeah, we're friends. And it's like, no. Like, just because I like you doesn't mean we're friends. Like, we don't even hang out outside of school. You don't call or text me. You're more like an acquaintance. And I feel like I had a lot of acquaintances. People that I knew and had small talk with, good conversations, but they're not really my friends. You know, I'm like, I'm treating you like a friend and you're treating me like an acquaintance. And I had to learn that the hard way. And I remember someone telling me that, like, the people who you call friends, you'll see, like, when you're going from middle school to high school, you kind of like drift apart. Some of your friends, not everyone, but you kind of start to see that, oh wait, that person is really not my friend. They're drifting away, and that's okay, you know. But I remember this particular time, I think it was sophomore year of high school, and I invited some people to a birthday dinner, just a couple of friends. And it was really awkward. Like, you know, when you go out with a friend, you guys could just talk about anything, right? You could just, your conversations are natural. The flow is there, right? The conversation is flowing. And I remember sitting with these people that I considered friends. It was just really awkward. I had nothing to say. And I remember at one point, they were talking about plans they made with each other for the next day. And I was not included. And it was my birthday. And I felt so lonely, even though I was with 3 other people. That's when I knew these aren't my friends. These are not my friends. And I remember this one particular time, one of the girls that was at the birthday dinner I had, it was her birthday, and I remember like making her a homemade card and buying her a gift, and her birthday was pretty close to mine. Like, it was within the same week. And I don't give gifts to get something in return, but it's a nice thought, right? Someone gives you a gift for their birthday, you would think that they would give you something back, or even just say happy birthday at least. So it was her birthday. I gave her her gift, you know. She was like, oh, thank you, I wasn't expecting this. Okay. Then my birthday came a few days later, just a few days. And she saw me, didn't say happy birthday. And I remember we had the same class, and a teacher was like, oh, happy birthday. And the friend of mine was right next to me, and the teacher asked her, oh, did you give her a gift? And she was like, oh, yeah, I did. I gave it to her earlier in the period. And I was like, no, you didn't. She's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, this person that I call a friend is lying to my face and to the teacher's face and saying that she got me a gift when she didn't. And she didn't even say happy birthday to me. I was like, this is not my friend. This is not my friend. And that's okay. I think it's good to keep your circle small because it's less people that you have to deal with because there's so many personalities. I have less than 10 true friends. People that I actually call friends at this point in my life is less than 10. And I'm okay with that. I'm also a homebody as well, so I can't imagine having like 20 or like 15 friends because like, oh, hey Maryam, I found this event. Do you want to go here? Do you want to do this? Do you want to go out to eat? And I'm like, no, leave me alone. I don't like going out too much. I am a homebody. I like to stay inside and relax. I enjoy my own company. And I don't like when people tell me like, oh, you're being antisocial, or why don't you want to hang out with me? I'm not being antisocial. I just like my own space. I like being by myself. I like doing things by myself, and I just need some space. Use that time to work on yourself. Use that time to go call another friend, okay? But I've been in so many situations where it's just like, oh, people reaching out and want to go out, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to go out, and oh, how do I respond? Because I just don't feel like it. So I'm actually happy I don't have too many friends, too many people to please. That was definitely a turning point in my life. So I'm like, wow, I need to cut off this person, that person, because they aren't my friends. They are not treating me like how I'm treating them. Because I was afraid they would be jealous or just simply not care about my conscience. They'd be like, okay, why are you telling me? And if you get that type of response, then that's not your friend. Like, you really need to evaluate the people that you're hanging around with. Okay. Will you ever film a couple video with your partner? Probably not. He's not into that. He's camera shy. Sometimes he'll help me take pictures for my thumbnail or help me with video clips, but for him to be like, hey guys, no. He's not into that. And he likes his privacy, so my husband will not be in any of my videos. And I'm okay with that because of privacy reasons too. How do you feel about sharing more of your personal life? I feel okay with it. I've set boundaries, you know, I don't share everything. I feel like I share a lot, but I feel comfortable with what I'm sharing now. Because I feel like the more you share, the more vulnerable you are, the more opinions you get in the comment section, and no one likes that, but it just comes with sharing your life on the internet. But I feel like, you know, I've set limits for myself and boundaries, so I'm okay with what I'm sharing. It's fun with me to share my life and share my experiences. It's something that I can look back on and help other people. Like my travel vlogs, I feel like I'm helping other people. I've gotten comments where like, oh, I wanted to go here and I was so worried about the cost. Or like, I really enjoy doing this because of the memories I'm making, but just helping other people is just really fun for me. So I feel good about sharing my personal life, but I've set boundaries. Is oversharing something you're very cautious of? Oh yes, yes. The more you share, the more opinions you get. And there are certain family members that don't know that I'm on YouTube, and I'm okay with that. They don't need to know all the business. Okay, and there are a few people at work that know I have a YouTube channel, but it's very cringe when people watch my videos in front of me. Like, it's very cringe. So I like to set that boundary, even though some people do know. They don't watch my videos, so that's good. Okay, can you juggle? Let's see if I can. Well, there goes your answer. I can't juggle. Okay, you know what? These apples are getting a little dirty. I can't juggle, okay? Okay, last question. Have you ever been on TV? Yes, when I was in college, I went to 2 TV shows. I was on Wendy Williams' show, How You Doing? And then I was on The View. It's very easy to get tickets to shows that are taped in New York City. So yeah, I was on 2 TV shows. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would love to do another Q&A in the future. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!